Hello to everyone in TV land. This is Focus on Liberia online television, and you're listening to the Focus of Liberia Daily News with Gwendolyn Dorado. I bring you the headlines. Government of Liberia and Japan signed exchange notes and grant for the extension of the Japan Freeway Road corridor. Salvation Army pledges more supports investments to Liberia's reconstruction drive. VP Cohn meets U.S. delegation for global criminal justice. EPA finds East International Quest Mining Company and Feng Shui International Company for constant violations, and Turkish car power plant criticized by donors under WIA resurfaces under Bakai. Those were the headlines. I'll now bring you the news in details. The government of Liberia and Japan have signed a grant agreement for the project extension of the Japan Freeway Road corridor. At the signing ceremony on Tuesday, March 5th, held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Monrovia, Ms. Momoko Suzuki, the country representative of JICA, Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, noted that JICA has been at the forefront of supporting infrastructure projects in Liberia, namely road and electricity. The construction of the Somali Drive, now called the Japan Freeway, according to Suzuki, which was carried out from 2021 to 2022, was a remarkable outcome, and she expressed delight that several individuals have benefited from the improved traffic since the completion of the project. Signing on behalf of the Liberian government, Foreign Affairs Minister Sarah Besloyanti noted that the signing of the exchange notes and grant extension speaks to a decade of relationship and the impact Japan has done in Liberia through several developments, including human capital and infrastructure. According to the minister, the signing is also a manifestation of Japan's holistic love for Liberia, and furthered that the relationship and partnership can guarantee Japan will further strengthen and deepen. The Salvation Army in Liberia converged for the 35th year of celebration of the organization's existence in Liberia on Tuesday, March 5th, has pledged more investments to Liberia's reconstruction drive. Speaking to reporters during the celebration at the William Booth compound in Painesville, the territorial commander of the Salvation Army, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea, Lieutenant Colonel Luka Kayubin, disclosed that the organization stands ready to invest in the educational and health sectors while spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ on earth. Lieutenant Colonel Kayumbi noted the Salvation Army has schools in several parts of the country, including clinics that are responding to human needs and molding the minds of the upcoming generation. He used the occasion to praise the government of Liberia for the many assistances the organization has received in aspect of life and free movement of the organization in all parts of Liberia without intimidations. He added that the organization will do all it can to buttress the government's effort in the educational and healthcare sector, noting that the sectors need more attention in the reconstruction process of Liberia. Vice President Jeremiah Kwan on Tuesday, March 5th, received the United States delegation for global criminal justice headed by Ambassador at Large Her Excellency Beth Van Schaak at his office on Capitol Hill. The meeting, according to a release from the VP's office, focused on the progress being made in the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. The delegation expressed satisfaction with Liberia's peaceful transfer of power and improvement of its democratic credentials. Madam Sheikh referred to President Bouakai's commitment to the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court for Liberia in his inaugural address, a statement that she believes resonates with the United States agenda to support Liberia in strengthening the rule of law and eliminating the cultural impunity. She said the court will prosecute major cases based on the gravity of offenses, using Sierra Leone as an inference, where 9 individuals were persecuted. The United States government remains supportive in providing technical and financial assistance for the establishment of the court, Madam Sheikh revealed. In response, Vice President Kohn expressed gratitude to the U.S. government for its continuous support of peace, stability, and national development. The Vice President emphasized that President Bouakai is the chief architect of Liberia's foreign policy and is prepared to follow the lead of the president in the interest of the Liberian people. The U.S. delegation is also expected to hold discussions with His Excellency President Joseph Yoma Bouakai Sr. and top officials of government and civil society organizations. The Environmental Protection Agency has fined the East International Company and Quartz Mining Company separately, and the Fengshell International Company for contravening the EPA Act of 2003. Addressing journalists during his first conference at the head office of the EPA on Tuesday, March 5th, the acting director, Dr. Emmanuel Yuri Yakbawolo, said on February 6th, a team of environmental technicians investigated the ongoing construction activities of East International Company along the Roberts International Road that was initiated after several complaints and outcries by the public, as well as an invitation extended by the House of Representatives Joint Committee on Public Works and Rural Development and Health to address issues relative to toxic dust, which is alleged causing lung disease, and other illness along the RI Road project, and findings from the investigation revealed that the East International Company's current EPA permit has expired, and the company has a series of occupational health and safety issues, and it has not put in adequate personal protective equipment for the workers, among other violations, he said. The EPA investigation also showed that activities of Fengshell International is an affiliate of East International, which operates a rock quarry in Bentown, Magibi County, where, in violation of the EPA Act, backfilled and constructed a 2-kilometer road within the Marshall wetland and rock seal point within the wetland, thus violating Part 6, Section 75 of the EPML, which calls for protection of rivers, lakes, and wetlands. East International has been fined $55,000 United States dollars to be paid in government's revenue at the LRA within 72 hours. The investigation also reported findings identified with Quartz Mining Corporation Incorporated, a company partly owned by a Liberian, is heavily involved in the mining, buying, and processing of zircon at its facility without any authorization from the EPA. He said those actions by the management of Quartz Company contravened Part 3, Section 6 of the EPML and Section 37 of the EPA Act. In lieu of the violation, the management of Quartz Mining Company Incorporated is fined $2,999, the acting director said. A controversial power proposal which drew strong condemnation on the Weah-led government from international stakeholders investing millions in the quest for stable electricity for Liberia appears to have been brought back to the table, with the Turkish Car Power Group submitting a proposal and prevailing on the Boakai administration to have the ship brought to Liberia in hopes of easing the needs for millions of Liberians craving electricity. In recent months, Car Power has been in talks with 6 other countries, including Liberia, to expand across the continent, but critics argue it only provides a short-term solution to chronic underinvestment. Front Page has learned that Car Power is already asking for a mobilization fee of $7 million, but although there is resistance in the government against Car Power, the LEC management appears to be focused on the CLSG arrangement. CLSG remains key in easing the energy demand in Liberia once the government settles arrears owed Ivory Coast. The government of Liberia owes $16 million, and the LEC has paid $7 million out of that, thus causing Ivory Coast supply constraints to Liberia. That does it for the Focus on Liberia Daily News. I bring you a recap of the headlines. Government of Liberia and Japan signed exchange notes and grant for extension of the Japan Freeway Road Corridor. Salvation Army pledges more supports investments to Liberia's reconstruction drive. VP Cohn meets U.S. delegation for global criminal justice. EPA fines East International, Quest Mining Company, and Fengshu International Company for constant violations, and Turkish Car Power Plan criticized by donors under Weah resurfaces under Boakai. On behalf of the management and staff of Focus on Liberia, many thanks to our listeners and viewers. We urge that you keep following us and share our videos. My name is Gwendolyn Dorado. I presented.